Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is stressing out about a choice that they probably need to make regarding a soulmate type energy, someone that they are probably in a relationship with, maybe even living with. But I do feel like with this Ten of Wands, we have somebody who feels like what they feel obligated to do for this relationship, maybe paying all the bills. Maybe there's just a lot of emotional turmoil. They're feeling like this is a lot of work for the relationship that they're in and wondering if they need a little bit of a break or what they can do to not be so stressed out all the time with regards to this love. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Lin Shan Shan. And I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Seth. How are you doing? Hello, Bitchy Tata. What's up? If you are interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as well as right below that, you can find out more information on the 3 different tiers I offer for membership. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing today? So yeah, we've got someone who it's like, I love this person. Don't get me wrong, but it feels like more of a responsibility than I anticipated when I first started to pursue this person. What else do we have? Oh, and happy August. It's just like snuck up on us, huh? What else do we have? The Fool, 7 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's a person who has thoughts of being single again on their mind. Someone who is wondering what it would be like if they were on their own, the options they would have available. I do feel like this could be somebody who is thinking about what paths are open to them from a professional standpoint if they weren't making many of their decisions with this person in mind. So we could have issues in terms of one person wants to stay in this town or in this city, and the other person is like, how about no? It just kind of feels like this is not lining up for the individual I'm reading for. With the Ten of Wands, that's like, I don't know, maybe this is just kind of run its course. Hey, Corey, how are you doing? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and the Sun in the reverse. Yeah, this feels to me like someone who is thinking about their options, lining up their finances, looking at what like tasks need to be done because they feel like they're kind of stagnant or unhappy in the current situation. So 8 of Cups walking away seems like the right choice for their life right now. Hello, Tim. How are you doing? What else do we have? 4 of Swords in the reverse. Feeling like there's no way to heal what has been kind of broken or worn down in the relationship. But I do feel with the King of Pentacles clarifying the 7 of Cups, this is talking about I could go places. Like I could look at different jobs. I could live where I've always wanted to live because this doesn't feel like where I want to be. There's instability or drama, perhaps even chaos that they associate with this neighborhood or this relationship. 10 of Cups in the reverse could indicate someone who feels like they don't love this person anymore. But I already said I feel like they do love this person. It's just maybe like a tamped down or like kind of watered down love because they don't feel the drive to work on things. They feel like it's beyond that. And with the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, it could be that we have somebody that has made some poor decisions with regards to finances. that complicates this King of Pentacles situation. Remember, the King of Pentacles can be anyone. That does not need to be a man. It's just energy. So we have Judgment and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I think they're making the decision to walk away. I think they've determined that there's opportunities that they're missing because of this relationship or because of feeling like they have to stay in one place. And they don't want that obligation or that responsibility anymore. Hello, en France, how are you doing? Good morning, Peggy. Happy Friday. What else do we have? Potion and overthinking. So transformation, resourcefulness, change, thinking about all of the opportunities this person has. I could go here, I could do that. This is going to be something that I've always wanted to do and I would love to do it. But we also have overthinking, which indicates that all of these choices have maybe got this person a little bit caught up in like overanalyzing mode, right? Each thought a labyrinth, endless, obscure. There is no peace amidst this self-imposed torture. This is possibly also a reference to they feel like there's a lot of different ways this could like turn out. So if I tell you that I want to go off on my own, maybe, you know, you completely lose it. Maybe you calmly accept my answer like the chick in You. Calmly. Ooh. So we have the Evil Queen and Jinn, Jinn. Where love eludes, fear becomes my throne. What would a rose be without its thorns? This is more impactful or meaningful than maybe can be seen at the outset, because that first phrase, where love eludes, fear becomes my throne, is so incredibly powerful when you start to look at life as this is either somebody who's living their life with love as the motivating power or emotion or fear. To me, that's the dichotomy, right? Are you living your life hoping to make things a better place or become a better person? Or are you leveraging fear or living in fear? And that's how you make your choices. So this is somebody who is manipulative. I do feel like that's part of why we have some overthinking, right? If I make this decision and I'm walking away from someone who's manipulative, there could be an interesting / uncomfortable fallout, right? So with the Jinn card, it says, as magic unfolds, a risk as high will arise. Wishes will be granted, but beware the design. I think this is possibly about somebody marrying for money, looking the other way on someone's attributes or character, not really paying too close attention to the red flags that were there, because, hey, at least the lifestyle I want is there. Or, hey, the companionship or the connections that I need are there. This could be someone who's a bit materialistic, but they are in a relationship with someone that's highly manipulative. They like to leverage fear. Sun in the reverse. Strength in the reverse, Knight of Cups, and the Sun in the reverse. Yeah, this is not easy. They view the Evil Queen as a formidable opponent. So we have the King of Pentacles. This is the person who's thinking about walking away, the person who feels like they need to leave their relationship, but they look at their partner as, remember, this is all about perspective, right? Maybe if you resonate with this like Evil Queen energy, you might be like, that person, they're not really telling the story accurately. but they see their partner as very manipulative and not coming from a place of love, but of fear. And that, of course, has changed a lot of the other things in their life for the negative. So this King of Pentacles is sensing that what they really need to do is walk away. I think for some of you, this King of Pentacles has also uncovered something very concerning about their partner. With the Hermit, this is somebody who is investigating or finds the truth, right? Hello, famous Seamus. How are you doing? Hello, Dana. Hello, James. Ooh, is it Odin? I don't know if I can see your letters very clearly, but welcome. Hello, Laura. How are you doing? So we've got a sense that now you really know who this person is. Wow, this is starting to seem like an episode on like a crime thriller show. I feel like they've discovered something that they really did not expect to find out about their partner. Because now it's like, I know I need to make this decision, right? I know I need to like start a new life for myself. But then I find out this piece of information and it's even worse than what I thought. Like I thought this was bad, or I thought things were going to go, kind of poorly. And then I found this other information and it makes me like jump, right? Like, what is that? Like you found a mouse in the kitchen when you were going for a midnight snack, right? Page of Wands, Page of Swords. So there's the story that was told, and there's the truth. Making it seem like I accomplished something or I did what I needed to do. And then, oh, actually, like you took it further than you needed to, or you didn't want me to know this about you. Maybe this person has a double life. Let's see what else. Queen of Cups. Okay. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Cups. So now we've got someone who feels a sense of urgency, where previously it was like, I know I need to do something, but like I can deal with it like next month, right? No, now it's, I need to make sure that nobody knows that I've changed my mind or like made a decision. Queen of Cups is them feeling like they need to put forth this like effort to make it seem like everything's just fine. Okay, so I just saw the scene in American Beauty when he reveals that he lost his job. So there could be some lie about somebody's, like how they make money, where they get money from. Because I mean, it could be like I've run out of money, right? I've spent too much money and I pretended that I was still going to work. But it could also be I was paying bills and I told you it's because I work doing this, but really I don't. Yeah. This is someone who feels like they are married to or living with somebody that they thought they knew, but they do not know. So they have, with the Hanged Man, this is someone who's hanging upside down. So they literally have a different perspective. This is seeing the person that you thought you knew better than anyone in the world with a completely different situation, living somewhere else, using a different name. Maybe you found their backup phone. Maybe you found out like where their money actually comes from. But this is somebody who's like, I don't feel like I should be partaking in that anymore. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? Hello, Salvador. Let's see. What else do we have? This is the Nightmare Before Christmas. Knight of Candles in the reverse, which is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Presents or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And another Two of Presents or Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this is, I have to put on an act. I have to pretend like I didn't figure out what I figured out. I don't want anyone to know that I'm like aware of what's really going on because that might cause me issues. So they're looking at something that they originally thought was an obstacle or mildly concerning and realizing, no, this is actually like horrible or illegal or way worse than I thought kind of thing. Hello, Madison. How are you doing? Thank you. I appreciate you. Ten of Needles, which is the Ten of Swords. Six of Potions or the Six of Cups in the reverse, and Temperance. So this is a general reading. There's a chance that, there's a couple different variations on what this lie is with regards to the job, right? I've told you that I still have a job and I really don't, or I told you I did this for work and I really don't, or I told you I stopped doing this to make money, but I still do. There's something here about the money being wrong or not enough, or I thought there was money and there's none. But I feel like for most of you, this is I'm not being honest about how I make my money. That money that I contributed, you thought it came from selling bananas at the banana stand. It's my favorite example, and you can't get me to stop. You know? Hello, Illuminati. Hello, Grindhard. What's going on? The Star in the reverse. The Empress. And the Fool. Huh. It's like, I wish I didn't know this. I wish I hadn't figured this out, but now I know, and I can't look at this person the same. I can't believe that I didn't know this, or I can't believe that I didn't figure this out. They really do not like whatever this is. It's probably a broken promise or something illegal because they feel like personally offended. That was like the worst shuffle I've ever done. What else? Another Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Our King of Pentacles is back. And the Three of Potions or Three of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. However you make money, I feel like it's a betrayal. I can't believe that's what you're doing. I can't believe you did that even though we talked about it. I can't believe you sold my favorite guitar. I can't believe you sold your car, whatever it is. This is not okay and causing someone to feel like I'm going to walk away. Oops. All right. This is the Fairy Lenormand. You're funny, Bitchy Tata. Hey, Grindhard, if you want a personal reading, you can email me. They're from $40 to $100, depending on. But that sounds like more than what I normally do for free. Hey, Voyager, how are you doing? I guess if I talk to Peppa, you know. Or eggs, you know. We've got number 21, which is the Mountain. And number 2, which is the Cloverleaf. And this talks about luck. So even though there is a pretty substantial amount of effort required to get away from this relationship or this situation, there is luck or protective energy around the King of Pentacles. Probably because it seems like they're actually like operating with a sense of morals. They might be a little bit too enamored of wealth, but there's something here about like a line in the sand. I can't believe you would do that. That's not something I'm okay with. Mm-hmm. So it's not shocking that we would see the Pathways card. This is talking about the different choices, right? This is like, I have to decide if I am loyal, because we have the dog. If I am loyal to this person who doesn't have the same morals as me, who has lied to me, am I more like motivated to stay loyal to myself or to this person? It would be for 15 to 20 minutes, ad-free. So kind of depends on the questions themselves. I personally love mountains. Totally agree. What else? So we have a sense of loss. This could be money that is missing. This could be a sense of loss because I thought that I was going to be able to make this work, this relationship, right? I worked hard so that we could get the house that we wanted, so that we could live the life that I wanted. Now I feel like it's all fake, or now I feel like I can't trust that person that I was building that life with. James, I wish that were true. I don't think that's true, though, because there are a lot of people who will sacrifice their own happiness or compromise on what they deserve in order to have somebody in their life. Truth seeking. You will discover the truth about this situation soon. Someone here is playing games just to keep your attention. Money problems. So they didn't want to be honest about the money, or they didn't want to be honest about how they got that money. Didn't want to be honest about needing to borrow some or taking some from like a college fund or something. This is just like, in their view, for the Hermit, King of Pentacles energy, it's like that is pretty unforgivable what you did. But we have Love Magician. You have the power to transform this connection. So it's interesting because I feel like that's part of this path question, right? So do I take the more difficult route, or do I take the one that's like not quite as difficult? Because this person feels like I could potentially see where this goes and see if we could fix things. Or I could just like make my life easier and only have to worry about myself and just leave this person, right? I think that's essentially the question that they're trying to decide upon. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Darnell. I hope that gets better. It's definitely cloudy here today. Feels like it looks like I'm recording at night. What time is it? What else do we have? Gossip about a divorce. Okay. So perhaps money was discovered in the process of divorce proceedings because you have to divide your assets, right? You mean to tell me that you've had $100,000 just sitting over there and I didn't even know about it? Or you mean to tell me that's how you've been making your money? Or the divorce happens because of figuring it out, right? Take it how it resonates. But this King of Pentacles found out something not okay and decided, okay, I guess I need to like make a change. I can't do this. I can't stay with somebody like this. Hello, Sanjana. How are you doing? On the table, offer, proposal, commitment, synchronicities, signs, 1111, 222, 333, and bounty hunter, chaser, hot pursuit. So there could be a contract that was discovered, a paycheck that was discovered, numbers lining up that really shouldn't line up, which is a weird way to say it, right? Usually it's these numbers don't line up, so there's a problem. But because it's synchronicities, it's like somebody made this payment and then that payment, it's the same amount of money that went into your account, that kind of thing. So there could be a divorce that's happening on the heels of someone being caught stealing or embezzling or arrested for some shenanigans. This is What's the News? Playa, playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. Time, delay, procrastination, too busy. Lift off, fast action, progression forward, the wait is over. So I'm looking at options because I don't think I should stay in this relationship anymore. I feel like I have to leave now because things are heating up. There's a bounty hunter, right? There could be legal action that's happening. This King of Pentacles wants to find a place of solace, quiet, away from all of the chaos that's happening. Because they're starting to realize that someone within their inner circle, probably the person they were in a relationship with, they might have been roommates, not romantically involved, but they're starting to realize someone that they held in close regard or like, you know, we were best of friends or we were married or whatever. Thought I knew you. I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't know at all who you are, right? I would think that's concerning. Yeah. I hope you're having a good day, Mike. All right. So let's get a few from the untold messages of the heart. I do feel like this is likely going to be coming from the Evil Queen's perspective. Such a weird thing to call this person. They did come out as the Empress as well, but it's like an unenlightened Empress, which is interesting. So there feels to me like there could be something here that was passed down from, like, I do the same thing that my father does, or my grandmother taught me how to do this, right? But it might have been illegal. Oh, it's just a little fraud, you know, no big deal. I've been in my head about you constantly, thinking about what to do. In the very near future, is what the second card says. So they feel that sense of urgency, right? Feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. Clingy. That's why I have that title for this reading. Okay, so because we have somebody who's thinking about walking away or leaving, our evil queen energy could be picking up on that, feeling like they're paranoid or wondering if this person's figured it out. So because they're worried, there could be an increase in like that suction cup behavior, right? Like, I'm going to have to stay wherever you are and see if you're acting funny or who you're talking to or why things have changed. I can't be apart from you much longer. Clingy. Magnet. I keep being drawn back to you and I can't quite explain why. That's 3 cards in a row that talk about I don't want to leave your side type energy, right? You've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. There's that manipulative energy, not inherent to the card, but when it's combined with I've been thinking about you constantly, this could be somebody who's trying to outmaneuver or consider what strategy could possibly be going through this King of Pentacles mind. Okay, so if you figured out what I'm doing, or if you figured out that I'm, breaking the law or whatever, or that I lied to you, what's your next step? What can I do to be like one step ahead of you, right? So this is somebody who was trying to make changes to avoid losing this partner of theirs, but we did get that divorce card. So I think our King of Pentacles is thinking about the changes that might be possible if this relationship is truly over. This is the Kipper. Let's see if it's really something that could be dealing with legal consequences. I hope shopping goes well for you, Laura. Redbeard grimaced at a lot of things. Yo. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Official person, number 22. Interesting because it's literally on the card number 22 from the Lenormand, which was about decisions. Wow. And then we also have number 21, which is the other card that we got from the Lenormand, the Mountain. So this is someone who feels like they have to make a decision regarding family, or they feel like somebody was propped up, had this reputation, people looked up to them because of the family name perhaps, and now that's been tarnished. Yeah, this is looking like with the wealthy man card, this is a pillar of the community type. Thoughts. We just had that thoughts card come out. So trying to figure out the right thing, trying to figure out if that person's really capable of doing that illegal activity. Hello, Tyrone, how are you doing? Because whatever they were doing to make money might have been illegal. For entertainment purposes only. This is allegedly. But I think that's what is exposed in the divorce or causes the divorce. All right. And then last, this is the Crow Tarot. What else do we have? Seven of Wands in the reverse. Someone's exposed, vulnerable. They don't have the legal coverage or protection that they would like. They have done something they should not have done, something inadvisable, and they probably thought they were going to get away with it. No one would figure it out. But we have this King of Wands energy. This is someone who's very smart, and they figured it out. They found evidence, or they put 2 and 2 together. Found some receipts. So the movie I'm seeing in my mind right now is Ready or Not, which is kind of, it is a great movie, but it is messed up, yo. It's like not normal. Kind of a similar idea though, right? Like you've got an established family, probably well off, but they doing some that they shouldn't be doing. Hello, Dee. How are you doing? Oh, I wish you luck about that. I don't really talk about it very much, but I do have a love for cars. Kind of runs in the family on my mom's side. So we have the Nine of Wands and the Fool in the reverse. Having to defend their illegal behavior, having to explain where this money came from, how this money went there, what they were getting into, what they knew, who they were working with. I feel like this is somebody snitching. I'm sorry if I'm not supposed to say it that way, but this is something that has been secret. Nobody's known for a very long time. And now this like outsider or somebody who married into the family is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to tell the police. This is a report. A successful, well-to-do family that is not doing good stuff. And I do feel like this is a case of the underdog having receipts and being victorious and showing everybody those receipts. Here's what this person's been up to. Here's what this family's been up to. It ain't cool. It's illegal. So deal with it. Hello, Cinderella. How are you doing? I'm not doing personal questions, but if you want a personal reading, my email address is in the description box. It's just wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I sure do appreciate you all. And I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.